All right, everyone, today we're going to be talking about how to create audio notes in Notability. Audio notes is a nice feature. It tracks your thought process or your students' thought process throughout whatever they're doing or writing. It's great for the learning part. However, I will preface this with saying that it can be challenging to grade these audio notes. So if it's something that you want graded, it can be a little cumbersome because you're going to have to import every single student's note into Notability, and then it makes a copy in your Notability, and getting it in and out can just be a little bit cumbersome. So this might be great for students to do while they're taking notes, or to help them with notes, or to help them think their way through an example problem. However, it's probably not something that you're going to want to be doing on every single homework assignment or what have you, just because the grading part becomes cumbersome. All right, so let me kind of show you what it is. So I'm going to create a new note, and I do that by tapping on the pencil with the sheet of paper. All right, and then I'm going to be I'll use a pen, and I'm going to tap on it twice so I can change the color of it, and I'm going to make it a little bit thicker, maybe like that, and I'm going to make it hot pink so it kind of stands out a little bit. I'm going to test. Perfect, love it. Okay, so erase that. There we go. Now, to start an audio note, I'm going to click on the microphone, and that's going to sync up what I say with what I'm doing. Now, I'm using the pen here just as an illustrative purpose, or just to illustrate it, but it can be you can be typing with the text, you can be highlighting certain things. You don't have to just use the pen. So this might be nice if, let's say, you're annotating text and you want to show students what you're thinking while you're annotating. You can record this audio note and you can annotate while talking out loud, and then give it to them, and so it walks through what you're thinking and what you're doing. So just to do this, I'm going to microphone. Notice the microphone is starting to record, and then I can just, let's say, I'll do a math problem. So let's say I have, my classic 3x plus 52. Whoops, let me erase that, make it a little bit neater here. Plus 52 equals 0. Okay, and let's say I need to walk my way through this, right? So, I'm going to subtract 52 from both sides because I need to try and isolate x. Oops. All right, so now I've got 3x equals negative 52, so I'm still trying to isolate x, so I'm going to divide both sides by 3. All right, and then I'll notice that x equals a negative 17.3 repeating. All right, perfect. Now I'm going to tap on the microphone to stop it. So I have all of these notes. I wrote them a little bit hastily, so they're a little bit sloppy, and I apologize. But it's also linked to what I was saying and what I was doing. So there's a little arrow next to the microphone now, and if I tap on that arrow, you'll notice everything I wrote just grayed out, and now I have a track. Well, if I play this, as I'm talking and as I'm illustrating and writing it, it's going to fill in that hot pink. Now you can't hear it because I'm talking over the video, but it is saying exactly what I was saying before when I was making those notes. So it's a great way to walk through a couple sample problems and show students what you're thinking. If I want to add another microphone or another audio, that's fine, that's no big deal. I would just kind of move down to the bottom, microphone again, and I would add another one. Now this one I'm just going to kind of squiggle just because I want to show you what it does. I'm going to turn it off. Now you'll notice I have 48 seconds, so it's going to play the first recording, and then it's going to play the second recording. But what I can do, that went a little fast, so let me stop here for a second. What I can do is I can use the finger icon, and I can tap on different spots, and it will jump to that exact spot in the note. So let's say I'm good with question 1. It's question 2 that I really had trouble with. I use that finger icon, and I tap on that, and it will go through exactly, maybe down at the end, it'll go through exactly that spot, so I don't have to listen to the entire thing. Let's say you mess up on one of these recordings and you have several in a row. By clicking on the gear, you can delete individual recordings if you'd like to, and so that then you don't have to worry necessarily about re-recording the entire project. All right, I really like audio recordings. I think it's a great way to show what you're thinking and show the students what you're thinking. It's too bad that the grading part is a little cumbersome because from here, if a student was doing this, they would have to export it as a note file. Other apps, they would need to make it a note file, and for you would have to make it a note file because note files have that audio recording in it. And then from here, as a teacher, you can upload it straight to iTunes U or potentially Google Classroom, or you could save it to your Files app. And then students would be able to download it and listen to it. As a teacher, it's cumbersome to do it 150 times, whereas for the students, it's not that big of a deal because it's just 1 or 2 files. So this is a very powerful recording. I really kind of like this feature. If you have any problems, let me know and I can help you out. Otherwise, thank you very much and good luck.